Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? This is PK So from SingaporeProperty.tv. It has come to December of 2021, and how time flies. All right. So as we look back this year, it has been a very exciting year, especially for the property market here in Singapore. And because it is December now, when I look back at one of the deals that I've done back in December 2020, which is last year, I can't help but bring this case study up to you, especially if you're a buyer out there in the market who has, let's say, a budget of, let's say, 4 million, a little bit more than 4 million, looking for probably a larger freehold property. It could be a landed, it could be a condominium, and you're having that difficulties out there trying to find that ideal home that you have always dreamt of. All right, so in this case study, I thought of bring this to you so that you can relate and judge for yourself, whether it is the right time to really possibly assess your criteria a little bit. Does it really have to be a freehold in a prime district? Does a freehold really guarantee sustained appreciation in prices of your asset down the road? And if you're looking at the resale market, then is it true that the resale market is really worth looking into compared to the new launches? All right, I know this topic has always been raised over time by many agents. I'm not trying to put down on any of those categories, but I want to put across a case study to you so that you can relate to it and then judge for yourself, what is the best direction going forward. All right, so today I'd like to show you this slide. Back in 20 let me just do it this way. Okay, back in December 2020, I've closed a 2217 square feet 3-bedder old condominium called Leywoods. All right, the location is in District 10 at Mount Sinai. Okay, so back then, okay, let me see if I can put this up. Okay, back then, if you look at the chart that I have on the screen, the caveat was reflected in January 2021. All right, and that was the deal. That was the last transaction over here at Leywoods condominium, still there in the caveats right now. There's no other new transaction after mine. Okay, now at that point in time when I closed this condominium unit over at Leywoods, okay, the selling price then, I remember correctly, is 3.2 million. Okay, the ex-owner was asking $3.2 million. Now, if you look at the last transaction that was done there in May 2020, it was done at 2.88 million. All right, so back then, at that asking price of 3.2, I was having a little bit of challenge trying to sell the unit because, as you can see, it is close to about $400,000 above the last transaction price. Okay, so I marketed it for more than 2 months, about coming close to 3 months, and I managed to sell it at 3.08 million, as you can see from the caveats in December 2020, and then it was reflected in the caveats in mid-Jan 2021. All right, now this is a freehold project. Okay, at that point when I sold it at 3.08 million, a lot of the buyers thought that it is overpriced. Okay, some of them, they feel that it is definitely, it cannot command let's say $200,000 above the last transaction. Okay, nevertheless, the buyer who bought it over felt that it is the right price for them to own a large unit in the market then. Okay, which is quite rare in the market already, especially in District 10. You have to find something that is within 3 mil plus range is really difficult. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, today when I look back at Property Guru, and I'm trying to understand how the market has changed over the last 12 months, and guess what are the sellers asking right now over at Leywoods? Okay, it is, I remember one is close to 3.98, close to about 4 mil, and the other one is $4.6 million. Okay, and within a short span of about 12 months, look at how look at the expectations of the sellers who are in the resale market, having especially large units for sale. All right, easily more than 30 to 50% from the last transaction. All right, so what I'm trying to put across is this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, if you have a certain budget in mind, let's say if you have a certain constraint of, let's say, 4 million, and you're looking for something that's really big in the market right now, chances are you're having a difficult time, especially if you're looking for freehold properties in prime district, and you can't budge on that criteria. The fact is that it's going to take you a long time, if not forever, never able to find a unit. Okay, so this is just one case study I want to put across to you, because right now in the resale market, okay, owners are telling me this, especially those owners with large units. If I sell mine at this price, I cannot buy back anything of the same size anymore forever in this district. Okay, they have to move somewhere else, probably, in the outskirts or something, in order for them to find something close to what they're having right now. Okay, the fact is that sellers in the resale market with large units right now, they are probably asking at way above past transactions, or they are probably so comfortable living in there that they find no reasons for them to sell at all, unless it is a potential developer who comes in, who tries to unblock or do a collective sale on that project. Okay, so if you are someone who is looking for units like this right now in the market, chances are it's going to be very, very difficult. Okay, so it's something for you to ponder upon, and for you to reassess probably your criteria, especially if you are really adamant on finding something in the prime district, and especially if you want a large home. All right, now the same goes for landed properties as well. Okay, landed properties in the market right now, as we all know, the supply is getting lesser and lesser. Even developers of landed properties are finding it hard to find good plots of land for them to buy over and develop. All right, so and that results in property prices in the landed property segment, especially in the prime district, climbing up tremendously high by the months. Okay, now the other point which I thought of highlighting in this video is about freehold properties. Now, a lot of people in the buyer, especially a lot of buyers right now, who have contacted me for various listings that I have, and one of the criteria is that they want freehold. All right, the question that I always post back to them is, does freehold really guarantee you an appreciation of prices in asset, or to put it in a simple manner, is does it really hold the value of the property in the long run? Okay, now that is a very, very subjective question. Some people, different agents could probably share with you different thoughts, and I respect all perspectives with regards to freehold versus 99 years leasehold property. All right, and I always advise my clients is that sometimes a mediocre 99 years leasehold property, a strong 99 years leasehold property could be a better bet than a mediocre freehold property, even in the prime district. Okay, now in this example, what I like to show you is this. Okay, let me just move to the next slide. Okay, I want to compare, all right, two properties, two freehold projects side by side in a prime district 9. All right, both are freehold, both are side by side. Okay, let's take a look at the price performance. Okay, now because of the sensitivity of some of this information, I think it is only right for me not to review the condo names. Okay, but if you are interested in the details, please get in touch privately and I'll be able to share with you more details. All right, so let's call this condo A. All right, condo A. So I'm taking a look at the price trend from 2017 to mid 2021. All right, and if you notice from the trend, the prices basically has remained pretty much flat, even with increased transactions from 2020 to 2021. Okay, prices are hovering between 2,100 to 2,200, slightly more than 2,200 in this range. All right, bear in mind this is a freehold condo A. Now let's take a look at the project that is beside it. Let's call it condo B. All right, same thing in Prime District 9. All right, notice that in 2018, all right, that was the time when it was first launched. Back then, it was launched at more than $3,000 per square foot. All right, now at more than $3,000 PSF back in 2018, it is considered high already. Now in the market right now, 3,000 plus PSF in the Prime District 910, it is considered normal. Okay, it's considered normal. But back then, to be fair, it was quite a high price in 2018. But there, okay, back then, if you're a buyer back then who are able to afford condo A as well as condo B, which one would you have gone for? All right. Now, some buyers, from what I understand, is that probably will feel that, hey, condo B is like 3,000 plus PSF, and condo A is just like what 2000s, 2001, 2000, about 2001 PSF. All right. Definitely, condo A offers me a lot more value because it is value for money, right? Look at this price trend, ladies and gentlemen, as we progress, as we fast forward to mid 2021, and basically some of those earlier buyers in condo B would have finished their waiting period for sellers to not incur seller stamp duty. All right, prices have basically appreciated by around $500 PSF or more, depending on what time you enter the launch in 2018. Okay, so compared to what we have over at condo A, if the same buyer have gotten into condo A instead, okay, let's say 2018, right, somewhere here, okay, gone into condo A instead, the prices would have remained stagnant or just probably appreciated by a little, okay, in mid 2021. All right, so compared to another buyer who had gone in, who had the foresight to go up to have gone into condo B, he would have easily made very decent profits. All right, in fact, a couple of those buyers back in 2018 and then who have sold in 2021, they have made very decent gains of more than $1.6 million, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so what I'm trying to say here is this: freehold condos doesn't necessarily mean that your price appreciation is guaranteed. Your value will be sustained for generations. Okay, no matter how, it really depends on a lot of factors, okay, which I will be able to share with you in depth when we are able to connect face to face or even through just WhatsApp messages or phone calls. All right, by the way, I'm not just a face that appears on video. I am a real life human being, agent who actually goes around serving my clients to strategize their purchase and sale of their properties as well. All right, so questions like this always puzzle buyers. Freehold, in a prime district, why would they have lost money? You'll be surprised, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so what I'm trying to highlight here in this video is this. Okay, I know you as a buyer out there, having certain constraint in budget, especially, you're having a really hard time trying to find that ideal home of yours. Is it the right time to really have a realistic assessment of your criteria, or do you still want to persist and maintain your position to find something that is big, is freehold, is in a prime district, and having that challenges along the way to really find that ideal home and watching the prices gone up by the days and months? All right. So, no right or wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I think it is about time that you reach out to, agents like us or like myself who are very much on the ground serving, clients in the prime district, in, the up and coming areas, and to assess, what is the right strategy for you to possibly restructure your asset and move forward, as your family needs changes. All right. So with this video, I hope I've given you some insights and some thoughts for you to ponder upon, and hopefully we are able to reach out and we are able to connect in person. All right. My name is PK So from Huttons, and my number is 96971131. I repeat, my number is 96971131, and I look very much forward to meeting you very soon. Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year ahead.